Hello and welcome to the January 14th edition of the Index Sports Show. Index is back after winter break, and the Sports Show returns as well. I'm Blake Toppmeyer, Editor-in-Chief of the newspaper. As always, Jack Nicholl, Sports Editor, and Brent Foster, Assistant Sports Editor. This week we're giving out mid-season grades for the winter sports, and we'll start off with men's basketball. Men's basketball going into last night's contest brought in a record of 3-12. 0-7 on the road this season going into last night's game. Jack and Brent, what do you think about men's basketball?
I'm going to give men's basketball a D. They only have one conference win. They ended up last season only one conference win. And I kind of came into this season with a little bit of optimism. I think so did head coach Jack Schrader. He said at the beginning of this season that the leadership was lacking last season. And so I came in with optimism, and the results really haven't shown that so far. They only, like I said, only one conference win. I expect a little bit better, and they're not better than last season, from what I've seen. So I'm going to give them a D.
Yeah, Jack, I have to agree with you. A D is what I would give them too. Again, just one conference win, struggling away from home, like you said, Blake. It just seems like nothing's really changing from last season to this season. Not really sure why. I think Schrader's happy with the effort this season, but wins and losses just not coming so far.
Prior to last night's game, last three seasons, men's basketball team carried a mark of 14-55, so some work to be done in that program. Women's basketball entering last night was 6-9, successful non-conference, but they struggled a little bit in the conference play. What do you guys think about Michael Smith's women's team?
I'm going to give them a C. Again, this is another program I thought was going to do better this year. I thought they were going to easily make the MIAA tournament. They got some work to do there. They're 11th in the conference standings. Top 8 teams make the tournament. I do like the play of Laura Hoya and Brianna Daniels early in the season. They seem to be getting a lot of production. But one recent development is the team is now switching out of their motion offense and do a different offense, which I haven't seen the new offense yet, but I do question the move by head coach Michael Smith. DC comes in here, he establishes the motion offense, he really hypes it up as, hey, this is the next big thing for the team, and then all of a sudden he switches it. So maybe it's because they've been struggling, maybe it's because they only have one conference win, although they have had some close losses, so I will give that to them. But right now I'm kind of questioning the move because they have the new offense in place. It seemed to be working better than the old offense, and now it's suddenly got switched.
Yeah, I'm not going to give women's basketball a grade, so it's on B, but I kind of think the switch to offense is a good idea by Smith. It kind of shows that he's ready to kind of change as his team changes. I think he came in here and thought personnel was going to be a little different this year. Things, the motion offense might kind of fall into place. That didn't happen. He's kind of adjusting to his team. Against Northwest, the offense debuted. There were some problems. Part of the new spread offense is learning to adjust to when the defensive switches from man-to-man to zone. Smith said they had trouble doing that against Northwest last Saturday, so that will come in time. But again, I think the women are going to get better as the season goes on. They'll have more than one conference win by the time it's all said and done.
Men's and women's swimming, both kind of right at the middle part of their season, just finished up a training trip to California during winter break. What marks are you guys going to give to men's and women's swimming?
Well, women's swimming, we'll go with them first because they always seem to finish higher than the men. I'm not going to give them a grade because I'm covering them this week. But so far this season, they've performed pretty much how I have expected. 10 national qualifiers, which is about what I expected, maybe even a little bit higher than what I expected. Kate Ahern is doing very well as usual. Kendra Brunkow, the other top senior, doing very well. And then they have the strong junior class, and they just pretty much performed how I have expected this season.
Yeah, I'm going to give women's swimming a B. 10 national qualifiers so far this season. Kate Ahern has been her usual self. Again, I think all indications are this is going to be another strong finish for the Bulldogs up at Nationals.
And men's swimming for you guys?
Men's swimming, going to give them a C. Right now they have 0 national qualifiers, which is different than in past years for the team, but this year it's not totally unexpected. Granted, they do have 2 very close times in the distance events, and they will likely get 2 A cuts come the conference meet, but they just don't have those yet. So say somebody gets sick or somebody gets injured going in conference meet, and then they don't get those A cuts, well, then they're not going to have people in nationals. And so because they don't have the A cuts yet, I just cannot give them a higher grade. Another thing is, looks like they're not going to qualify any relays this season, which I think is really going to put down their score at nationals. They've kind of lived off those relays in the past, and that's just not going to work out this year. And I think we're going to see a drop come nationals in their standing.
Yeah, Jack, I totally agree with you on that. I'm going to see also, no A cuts yet this season. Like you said, probably going to get them, but none so far. That usually changes after the training trip they take every year. Goal said they really kind of gain a lot of endurance after that. But right now, you're going to see just because they've not qualified for nationals.
And lastly, the wrestling team, fresh off the Knox duels from last weekend. Lloyd Braidlow kind of had a standout performance at Knox. What do you guys think about the wrestling team so far?
I'm going to give wrestling a B. They always have a very tough schedule all throughout the season. So it's kind of really hard to judge their win-loss record because they are facing such tough competition. I really do like Colton Schmitz, the freshman coming in, the state champion last year, Kirksville High, coming in as a freshman. I think he's tied for the league and the team lead in wins with Lloyd Bradlow. And I like the performance of Bradlow as well. He's always strong year in, year out. One bad thing to look at is it looks like Smith is injured. He might have a torn MCL, which could put him out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm also be wrestling with B. Lloyd Braidlow has kind of been the standout this year, 15-7, along with freshman Ryan Branning, who's both done well. Sophomore Chad Travasky coming in at 15-9. Again, these guys keep improving. Could get some national qualifiers out of this. Usually, that's Coach Shooter's main goal is to have at least one wrestler qualify for nationals.
And indoor track, you guys probably not ready to give them a grade yet as their season just recently started, but we'll certainly keep an eye on them as the year progresses. Overall, no A's, but no F's for the teams. Sounds like men's and women's basketball has plenty of work to do, and women's swimming will be once again the cream of the crop for the women.
Which is no surprise.
Yeah,
women's swimming, top 5 national finish. I expect that.
We'll continue to keep an eye on these teams for the rest of the winter season, and we'll be back next week with another edition of the Index Sports Show.